Welcome back, Cully. Probably happy with not sure if I want to say a positive win, but Ten Hag's going to keep
Positive
his
win.
job. Ten Hag's going
Positive
to keep
win.
his job.
Ten again.
I'm not 10 again just yet. Good, decent win. We kept
One more
Brentford
win
out.
and you'll be back in the Ten Hag camp, won't you? You'll fool yourself again.
No, not yet. I'm not 10 in camp yet. It's just one game. I think we played well. They could have scored early again. I forgot the player's name, but he took an air shot or whatever. But we did all right, is what I'll say. But
You
it's
played
United,
well
right?
second half, didn't you? Your first
It's the
half you
best.
were pretty
It's the best
shocking.
we've played in a long while, right? But
It's like the goal sort of fired the team up. They felt a
for the
bit
first time,
aggrieved. Yeah,
for the
they
first
felt a
time,
bit aggrieved that the lit should have been on the pitch. I
yeah.
mean, unfortunately it's the rules. Like they're the rules. He has to go off.
He should
Um,
have, if he had collapsed on the floor and gone up. This is what encourages cheating, right? If he had just
yeah.
dropped and got taken off, he would have been all right. But anyway,
Right now
it's a
they've got that. Now they've got that stupid 30-second rule as well, though, haven't they?
yeah,
So if you get the medics come onto the pitch, you have to be off the
Yeah,
field for 30 seconds.
yeah.
yeah. Cracking goal by Garnacho. Well, both goals were decent. Garnacho's finish was a beaut, to be honest. But I don't
I
think
thought Hudson's was as well.
I don't think United are making any headlines. It's just, it's it's a decent
But
game.
but but
I
grind,
expect
grind,
Yeah,
United to
grinding out that win, right? And
not
that's
really
all you can ask.
grinding. We did well, but it's United, right? Like it's never about the odd result. It's about consistency. That's what they lack, and they'll be. If you look at all the past, they'll be dog shit for a few games now, and then that's it. So let's see what they do. I mean, who we got next? I think we got West Ham away. They need decent
you should win that. West Ham
performances.
are in shocking form.
Yeah, but it's United and we're dog shit. So and
We
Ten
mentioned
Hag.
it. We touched on it last week, didn't we, Cuddy? But the change in attitude from you is quite spectacular. The
Well, I'm
crash
either
back to
with you.
reality.
It's I'm like a Sith Lord. I talk in absolutes. I'm either with you or against you. It's black and white. Like at the moment, no.
But is it still only a matter of time until they get rid of Ten Hag?
No, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah,
Next
I
big
think so
loss, he'll be
because
gone.
the simple fact is, I don't see him turning it around. Yeah, I see him getting the odd result here and there, but fundamentally, I don't see how he's going to turn it around.
yeah.
The way we play.
He is doing it again though. He needs results and he's scraping through. You've got Jose. It's Jose Ten Hag tomorrow, isn't it? If
Yeah.
Jose pulls a job on Ten Hag, maybe that'll be the
Yeah, but
final
then
straw.
he'll have the excuse. It's Jose, right? The excuse is Jose. Like, oh, he played it. Oh, we control the game. Jose doesn't give a monkeys if you can have the ball for what is it, 98 minutes now? If Jose has the ball for 1 second, scores a goal, wins, that's all he cares about, right?
Yeah,
So
it's true.
tomorrow it's the excuse, oh, it's Jose. And then on the weekend, oh, it's London, West Ham. Oh, I'm a vegetarian, they got ham in their name. I don't know what excuse they'll come out with. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You just don't know.
And I know Pierce isn't here, but shocking result for Arsenal.
Yeah, it
Um,
was. Really was.
Pierce
you
They
has
said
asked me to he's asked me to back Arsenal, but
they were bad. They were bad before the red card. It was a red card as well. I
yeah,
mean, I've watched both of them back because Pierce was sounding off about the two decisions. The ball through from Trossard is going directly towards goal, and there's nobody near Saliba. It's 1-on-1, and that's it. The Chelsea one, the ball's swerving out to the right hand side. It's not going straight towards the goal. So even if Jota gets there, he has to cut in and run across. Bearing in mind Colwell's there and it's further away. Like you've got Arsenal fans
he's got another
crying
player.
non-stop.
Well, you know what? The Chelsea one, I can see it. If it was given, I can see them sticking to it. That's what I will say. I don't think it'd be
Yeah,
overturned if it was given, right? Yeah, I agree with you. The
I
ball
think it might
spinning.
have been because where the
The,
ball was going.
the other player's quite close, but Jota is in front of him, so I can see but I can see why it's not given. That's what I would
And
say.
also, Jota's pulled him down as well, like by his shorts.
I mean, that aside, if you're giving the foul, I can see if it was a red card, yeah, I can see why they'd say yeah and not overturn it. But the fact that it wasn't a red card, I can see why it wasn't. But the Arsenal one, I'm looking at it, pulled out some old school maths like trigonometry. I'm looking at the hypotenuse, against the adjacent angle, and like Saliba's it's like the faintest of touches. He's made a meal of it. That's what I will say. It's the faintest, but it's just they've done it again.
He's through on goal. He's through clear
on goal.
Like, there's no arguing it. At the time, I was like, he's off. And I couldn't believe he pulled out the yellow flag,
and I was going to say,
yellow card.
with that, and obviously losing, is that a big knock-on impact on the title? Is it still too early? Because the next game is a must-win against Liverpool. It's next game is a must-win against
Liverpool. But look
Liverpool,
at last year; they were like 10 points off at one stage, and they managed to catch up. I think it's still too early to be calling that.
No, but we say that, right? We say that, but at the end of the season, these points add up, right?
They do.
They do add up.
Yeah. You can't have too many of those games.
Yeah.
Again, but also City are gettable this year. Again, they scraped through against Wolves with Rodri not there. Like I think they look gettable. Gundogan's not the player he was. It seems like he's still the player, obviously, but they've not got the same Gundogan back. So they're light in that midfield. I mean, who's going to play six for them? Kovacic is decent, but again, he's nowhere near the player Rodri is. So
and do you know what? Haaland since then, Haaland's gone quiet. In that game,
3 games.
Zero shots on target. Obviously, no goals, no assist. He's gone a bit quiet.
They say about this is the narrative over Haaland, right? When he's banging goals in, he's a match winner, and everybody would have him in the team. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But when he's not scoring, or he actually doesn't contribute anything to the game.
Yeah.
He's a liability. It's like me in my five-a-side team, but I'm a really crap version of him. But I'd miss the chances. But he doesn't give anything else.
That's why for me, when you have these conversations about best players in the world, for me, I just don't know if Haaland gets himself right into that conversation, because outside of his goals, which obviously that's saying a lot, outside of his goals are the most important thing in football, but his all-round game is just not at the level of sort of Premier League great strikers we've seen down the years. He doesn't affect a game like Henry did, like Drogba did, like Van Persie did, like Rooney would. Like, I would way rather have all of those strikers, Suarez, Aguero, than Haaland, despite the fact that Haaland is immense. He's so powerful, strong. He will score. He will get those chances because of his athleticism and his movement. Outside of that, his link-up play is poor. He doesn't look to get involved with play. If he's having a bad game, he's not going to drop deep like Kane and get touched on the ball and provide assists. He's just literally a box striker, and he's the best in the business at it by a distance. But that's what he is.
And it's probably only a matter of time before they start losing a match. They, like I said, they scraped through. They've struggled over the last few games. And it's going to be tough.
Wolves had a game plan. I think Wolves were unlucky. They played well, and City again. It goes back to right. City can have as much of the ball as you want. It's like Brian Clough said, like you can have as much of the ball as you want, but it's a stat that matters. And City did win it in the end, but how many games are they going to keep scraping it? Because your luck runs out. And then it's do they lose the big games? That's the question.
The other
where it really impacts.
Yeah, going back to Arsenal again, though, I feel like they're going backwards. I think you look in that season where they were ahead and then bottled it, not last year before. They're playing really good football on the front foot, really creative football. They're now playing 4 centre-backs, 3 CDMs, and then 3 pretty average front forwards if they don't have Saka, because Saka was not fit. Like, I just don't see how they're going to compete with the attacks of Liverpool and and also the City attack as well.
Villa.
And Villa. They got Watkins and Duran, 2 unbelievable strikers.
Yeah.
But why is he playing Partey, Rice, and Marino against Bournemouth? Like, surely you play somebody a bit more creative, somebody that's going to be a bit of a match winner.
But who's there? Who's there that can be that match winner?
Well, I mean, they for example, could have played Trossard centrally like they have done in previous games, and they could have played Martinelli and Sterling off the wing.
Martinelli,
They could have played one of the young kids. What's it? Nwaneri? How do you say his name? I don't even know. The Cam. He's looked fantastic every time he's played for them, but he doesn't get any minutes. Trust him. You've got Rice and Partey behind him. What's the worst he's going to do? Give away the ball a few times. You've then got 4 centre backs behind those two. It's like if they can cover for it, surely. I think they're going backwards. I think he's got so scared by that phase where they bottled it, and he's got to be so defensive that he's lost a little bit of where they were. I'm not that impressed watching them, and I have been in the past.
And talking of impressiveness, Liverpool again. We said it was going to be a good test for them.
No, nothing. They didn't impress me.
But
they didn't impress me.
It was a good
game. Result, but they didn't impress me.
A good result. Big game for Slot. Still top of the league. Still there. Still, again, another big test coming up this weekend with Arsenal.
I thought you won the game due to experience. I think. I actually think we arguably we controlled the game a bit more and were possibly the better team. I mean, it was very balanced, but I think maybe we had more shots. You had higher XG, but you get basically 1 XG for a penalty, don't you? So take that away, it's pretty level. But I think what showed with Liverpool, and that's credit to Klopp in the past, but then obviously Slot's doing well as well, is the experience. Van Dijk, Salah, they make the difference. We gave away a rash penalty. I mean, I think we should have had a penalty as well. The Sancho one is exactly the same as the other one. But it's Anfield, you just never get that. I don't even want to get into that because the amount of times that happens at Anfield, it drives me insane. But your experience did that won you the game ultimately, and fair enough. I thought you were impressive. I didn't think you played unbelievably. But it's 2 good teams, so I think you look good.
I think Liverpool are just being functional this year. They're not being flashed. There's nothing exciting about them. They're just efficient. Like a German bloody car, efficient, getting the job done, and that might get them over the line just by cranking up the points. I mean, that's what they're doing. You can't knock on the points what they're doing. I think what it is, the noise. This year, there's a lot of noise around Arsenal. And what happens is, when there's a lot of noise, there's more pressure. It's almost taken the pressure off City a bit as well, because everyone's expecting this to be Arsenal's year. That's my feeling.
It's very true. Yeah, it's true.
Do you get what I mean? Like City to win it 5 years in a row, it's unheard of.
And Arsenal look like they're feeling the pressure. And that's why they're so cagey.
This is what I mean.
Yeah.
And nobody even mentioned Liverpool because, they got the new manager, blah, blah, blah. They didn't really sign anybody. Slot's slotted in. And he's just said, carry on, lads. All right, we're going to be a bit tighter at the back. We're not going to be as, risky going forward because he's trusted his players, and they're delivering. They're delivering without being they're pretty. I'm not saying I'm a United fan. Obviously, they're not dull like United, but there's nothing exciting going on there. They're just getting the job done.
Thing is,
at the moment. At the moment, other than that Nottingham Forest loss, there haven't been many slip-ups at all, right, from them. They've, like I said, it's just
been solid.
Functional. Yeah, it's functional. They've just got on with it, kept their head down, kept quiet, and just
when you've got that front line, you're always going to have a chance of getting a goal out of nothing. Like that pass from Salah yesterday. Sanchez should have came out, not yesterday, Sunday. I should have come out and done better with it, but you've got those frontline players that will create something out of nothing, which maybe Saka will for Arsenal. I don't think anyone else in their frontline will. For City, would Haaland create something? De Bruyne would, but he's been injured. He's injured for a while. Maybe I think you'll fall away, but I have been impressed with your start. I would definitely say that. And defensively, you look much better than you did under Klopp.
That's what I mean. Doesn't he look like he's just taken he's decomplicated. I don't know what the word uncomplicated. He's just simply.
It's not chaotic.
Yeah.
Which last year, do you remember we said it's chaotic? This year it's not so much.
I prefer watching Klopp's Liverpool because it's exciting to watch. Going all for it, and the worst moment I've ever seen, battering United. but it's relentless. They're relentless, right? But now it is a bit German and dull. They get the job done. Go. It's like, all right, nice day at the office. Do anything to report? Nothing to report. All right, see you tomorrow. Like, they're just having shit lunches, going to work, going home. That's all they're doing. They're efficient and boring, and it's horrible as a United fan. Fucking hate it. You know. But
do you reckon they'll have enough as a Liverpool fan killer? Or?
It's tough, right? It's and it's not even about having enough. It's whether City keep going those results, whether Arsenal start fading back, because then it's not about Liverpool wanting to keep on going and keeping that momentum. It's also if other teams are dropping and losing easy points, but losing those points, it just gives that little breathing space, and those few points extra that might get them over the line. It's a tough one.
Adds up, like I said, adds up. I mean, you're what, like 4 points ahead of Arsenal, right? Already 8 games.
If you beat them,
7 points.
Yeah, that's huge. If you beat them, that's huge. At this stage of the season,
just for comedy, if United beat West Ham and Liverpool beat Arsenal, United are only 3 points behind Arsenal. For all the crap but it shows like how bad Arsenal's start is then. If you're only 3 points ahead of United, that's a measure of how bad
if Arsenal's start has been bad. I just think that look, they've got injuries, but everyone's had injuries. Last year they were very lucky they had no injuries. I just think he needs to get out of this mold of just being a negative team. They need to get back on the front foot and play good football. And they look so much better when they do that. They've got the players to do that. I just don't understand why he's gone to this, four centre backs, 3 CDMs.
But a bad start is relative to your competitors, right? If you're 7 points behind after 9 games off the top, it's a bad start. It doesn't matter what's going on. But
that's if Liverpool win,
if
that'd be I don't expect that Liverpool to win that. If they do, fair play. That is a phenomenal result.
Only time will tell. On that note, thank you very much, guys.